Howdy folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here with you from DEADPIT Radio. Today, I have a little bit of a showcase I was wanting to do for this set. Man, like, I'm not an expert on this subgenre of horror. However, this set has to be seen to be believed. Severin has had one hell of a 2024. Not gonna lie. A lot of people would say that DEADPIT Radio over, the last couple of years has been a little bit of detractors from Severin. I think we've been fair, although some people would say we're biased or whatever else. You can put that shit to bed tonight, because this is one of the nicest sets that I have seen the entire year. This is beautiful. I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about any of these movies in this set. And this is the second volume of All the Haunts Be Ours, a compendium of folk horror. And this is volume 2. Look at that packaging, man. Oh my God. Like, this is more or less just a showcase of what you get in this package, which is beautiful. Lord have mercy. It is a bulbous hard box, right? And there's the back there, that gold foil there. Look how classy that is. And I love the color scheme too, with almost like a turquoise green color there. So folk horror is a subgenre of horror that we've covered throughout the years on the DEADPIT Radio show. Movies like Blood on Satan's Claw and The Wicker Man, Witchfinder General, etc. Those are some of the more well-known folk horror movies, which kind of goes back to old American folklore, witches, witchcraft, witch hunting, religious, superstitious, mumbo-jumbo. And, that genre has kind of made a little bit of comeback over the last few years. Robert Eggers' The Witch from 2015 is one of my favorites. Midsummer from 2019 is another one. So there's been a lot of new interest in this subgenre of horror. And Severin Films is trying to take advantage of that with All the Haunts Be Ours. This is the second set they've done. A couple of years ago, they did the first set, which kind of went over pretty well, right? And that one included a documentary and everything. This set here includes 13 discs, I can tell you that, 24 movies from all across the globe, I think 18 different countries in this set here. We're going to dive into the set, guys. I'm going to go through a few of the movies that's in the set. This is just a massive undertaking to review. So I don't know where to even get started with this. I can show off the packaging as we go through the set as well, because this is a big one, boys. This is a brick right here. I mean, you could seriously incapacitate somebody with this box. It's a big one. It includes a hardbound book that's also in gold foil there, and kind of a softback pamphlet that talks about each of the movies in this mastodon of a box set. So we're going to dig into it. Severin Films, All the Haunts Be Ours, a compendium of folk horror volume 2. Let's see what we've got inside this thing. The innards. The innards. Rigid hard box. That's important. So inside, you've got this pamphlet here, which we'll go over in a second. You got this hardback book here that's a folk horror storybook. And it is a Little Severin's book, which I think is kind of a play on the Little Golden books from our Ute, if you will, with the gold binding there and everything. What a beautiful book, guys. Look at that. But anyway, we'll look at that here in a second. This I was highly impressed with. We've been on Severin for years about their packaging. This is beautiful. This is beautiful packaging here. So going through these, and I'm going to try to do this as best I can. You know, I'm not a master cinematographer here, but you'll see how this is set up. Now, I know some people are kind of not fans of this style packaging, but I always have been. This is almost like a digibook style package here. And I can tell you that one of the movies that's featured in this set is brand new and was produced by Severin Films. Too Far You Come at Last, directed by Sean Hogan. And that is, I think, exclusively in this set as of right now. Psychomania. Lots of short films included in this as well. I can't go through everything. The Enchanted, Who Fears the Devil. The White Reindeer, Edge of the Knife. Born of Fire. Now, all these have short films on them, too. Disc 5. EO Island. And Scales. Anybody familiar with these? Anybody have recommendations from this set? Let me know. Because this, like I said, there's no way I could review 20 some odd movies in this. But Disc 6, Bekneko, A Vengeful Spirit, right? And Nang Nok. I'm guessing that's from the Orient. Can I say the Orient? That's from the Land of the Rising Sun, something or another. Disc 7, Sunderblong, and Susanna, the Queen of Black Magic. Look at that artwork there, guys. Holy shit. I skipped out on one there. Disc 8, The Beauty and the Beast. All right. And The Ninth Heart. Disc 9, Demon. More short films, of course. And November. Disc 10, Latan and Blood, Tea, and Red String. Yep. Disc 11, Nazareno Cruz and the Wolf. And Aquilar. Yeah, I think that's right. Aquilar. I'm from Eastern Kentucky, and I'm trying to pronounce this shit, boss. This is fucking entertainment, you guys. Continuing on here, Disc 12, From the Old Earth. Bunch of short films on that. Look at that. Look how cool. Disc 13, The City of the Dead and the Rites of May. Yeah, closing out there. So, Jesus H. Christ, man. Holy shit. What a plethora of movies in this set here. And people were talking about the price of this. You know, this is kind of a pricier set, but 13 discs, 24 movies, 55 combined hours of special features. So I want to link you guys up to go through all these special features and everything. It is unbelievable what they put together here. Susanna, the Queen of Black Magic is an 88-minute documentary. It's brand new from David Gregory of Severin Films, covering the Queen of Indonesian Horror, Susanna Martha Frederica van Oisch. So that is included in this as well. You get documentaries in this too. This is the pamphlet that comes and just gives you information on all the movies. The movies are from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, on up through 2024. Countries like Finland, the United States, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Spain, Japan, Czechoslovakia, all across the globe. So this is what you will want as you're going through this massive compendium of folk horror. And this booklet here is a folk horror storybook. And it's made up, like we were saying earlier, like the little golden books from, when we were kids. This is 250 plus page hardback book that has different folk horror stories included. Looks like there's 12 different stories in this. All of these movies are curated and produced by Keir LaJanice, who also did the first set. And what a fantastic set, and just incredible. Like, I'm not familiar with any of these movies, but just the love and the tension that was brought forth in this second volume, I'm going and picking up the first volume. I'm doing it. I was highly impressed with just the attention to detail in this, and a total of 24 different movies in volume 2. All the Haunts Be Ours is out everywhere now. Volume 1 and 2. Fantastic job. Again, I'm not super familiar with any of these movies, but I respect all of the attention to detail and the little tidbits. Look at the nice packaging and everything. The little Severin book included, giving us all the details we want from these movies. What ones do we want to dig into first? But this is out now from Severin Films, guys. I highly recommend everyone check this out. I do know that coming up on Thanksgiving night, technically, Black Friday AM, they're going to have a big sale starting. So this is one you may want to look at in the sale to pick up. Stay tuned, SeverinFilms.com, and of course, DEADPIT.com. I'd like to tell people, thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury, and just love everything about it.
You hit the heart button, then you hit the ass button, then you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So deadpitonpatreon.com. Join today. Tiers start at only $1, but I'd recommend at least the $10 tier.
You can do 50. The stock market's crashing around us, folks, but send us money.